हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, टुडे विल वी डिस्कस अबाउट ट्रांसलेशन एज अ क्रिएटिव एक्टिविटी। ओके, आज का हमारा टॉपिक क्या है? ट्रांसलेशन एज द क्रिएटिव एक्टिविटी। ट्रांसलेशन इज द कम्युनिकेशन ऑफ मीनिंग फ्रॉम वन लैंग्वेज टू another language. Translation refers to written information, whereas interpretation refers to spoken information. The purpose of translation is to convey the original tone and intent of a message, taking into account cultural and regional differences between source and target language. The focus on teaching and learning English in terms of language functions rather than in terms of grammar and vocabulary alone go a long way as far as territory level is concerned. The medium to the cater to these needs should not only help in learning a language but also development communicative competence of the learner. Therefore, one of the effective and fairly possible fundamentals of learning a new language is translation. Teachers and students now use translation to learn rather than learning translation. As a discipline, translation has been introduced in various universities and institutions. However, translation practice is almost as old as the birth of a language. It means that it dates back many thousands of years, but the importance of translation has truly increased in our globalized world. The modern translation activity usually has clear communicative aims and real cognitive depth. It shows high motivation levels and is capable to produce impressive communicative results. Types of translation: technical translation, scientific translation, financial translation, legal translation, judicial translation, certified translation, and literary translations. Okay, literary translations as a creative act. The literary translation implies the translation of all genres of literature. It includes prose, poetry, and drama. Defining literature, it is an apparently nebulous body of knowledge in oral or written form, an imitation of life which reflects civilization and culture, and which covers every angle of human activities, culture, tradition, entertainment, information, among others. It is one of the great creative and universal means of communicating the emotional, spiritual, and intellectual concerns of mankind. Literature translation has to do with translating texts written in a literary language, which abounds in ambiguous homonyms and arbitrariness that is distinct from the language of science or that of administration. Literary language is highly connotative and subjective because every literary author is lexically and stylistically idiosyncratic. Through his power of imagination, he used certain literary techniques such as figure of speech, proverbs, and homonyms through which he waves literary forms. Next, literary translator. The literary translator is a person who concerns himself with translation of literary text. A literary translator generally respects good writing by taking into account the language, structures, and contents, whatever the nature of the text. The literary translation participate in the author's creative activities and the recreate structures and science by adapting the target language text to the source language text as closely as intelligibility allows. The literary translator needs to assess not only the literary quality of the text but also its acceptability to the target reader. This should be done by having a deep, also is acceptably knowledge of the cultural and literary history of both the source and the target language. Language and culture are closely related and one is indispensable to the other. In fact, language acquires its meaning from the country's culture. A single language may cross several culture borders. Next, looking out for translation materials. Now, translation materials should be interesting and varied, that covers a full range of styles and registers. Students should be led to consider the expressive possibilities of the target language and to discover that it is not always possible to attain exact equivalence. In this way, the students will learn to evaluate possible versions to fully capture all the implications of the original and find out that they need to look beyond single words. Chunks of sentences or even complete sentences to whole stretches of text. As they make their decisions, ultimately they will learn to translate ideas and not words. Next, preparation of the translation task. A course can be prepared consisting of translation exercises and tasks related to receptive and productive skills. The instructional materials should be based on all the four skills: listening, speaking, reading, writing, along with other language forms such as vocabulary. While preparing materials and developing and selecting activities, the following points should be kept in mind by the course designer. Use of interesting activities to hold the learner's attention in the classroom. Use of known works of translation, learner-centered activities, participations and cooperations. The prime target of the course should be to keep the student interested and they be involved till the end. The learner's activity should be fresh and new. If they have already done numerous times, they would not be motivated. It should be assumed that most of the learners have not come across an opportunity to try translation before, since it has never been a part of the curriculum or formal study. It becomes necessary to show them the importance of translation and the benefits of the course. They should be encouraged to communicate in English while carrying out activities in a group or with the teacher. Next, ideas for classroom activities. Learners group or pairs work on a text and then come together and compare their translation. Learners can translation jokes, SMS and try to maintain the humor in them. The order of tasks to be carried out by the learners can be designed in such a way that the learners can move systematically in the process of translation and eventually develop their proficiency in English. Next, comparison and recognition. The learners compare excerpts from an original work and its translation. They identify the differences. Learners work in group on short text, then regroup and compare their versions before producing a final text. This can be compared with the original version. Learners compare a proverb used in two different languages. They discuss the use of words and phrases in them, which reflects the culture they belong to. Next, actual original translation. Learners translate ambiguous sentence to resolve the ambiguities. Learners look for the exact equivalents of idiomatic phrases in another language and make meaningful sentences using them. Learners translate a dialogue and write their own dialogues based on a given topic by the teacher. Learners translate recipes. This enables them to understand culinary vocabulary and also encourage them to look for equivalents. Creative translation may work as an effective tool in language learners as it helps to cultivate higher order thinking among students at literary level. The process of translation lends itself to exploring and experimenting with a language that develops student creative and critical thinking. Translation activities that comprises of innovative techniques like brainstorming, problem solving, group discussion and group assignment that help students to move from lower order thinking to higher order thinking. The acceptance and usage of innovative translation activities would assist the teacher and trainers to make the process of language learning worthwhile. In order to learn something, it is important to use it practically through a task. The learner's need for expression should be given adequate importance. Benefits of learners centered activities. Learners gain optimally when they are involved completely in an activity, and effectiveness of the course can be measured through the level of learners' engagement in the activities. Okay, the literary translator needs to assess not only the literary quality of the text but also its acceptability to the target reader. This should be done by having a deep knowledge of the cultural and literary history of both the source and the target language. Language and culture are closely related and one is indispensable to the other. In fact, language acquires its meaning from the country's culture. A single language may cross several cultural borders. Okay, thank you for watching.